Welcome back to another episode of Woolly TV. This time round we've got the Slater Designs Boss Up. That's the first one Slater's done under his label as a mid, so it's going to be good to have a crack at the very first one they've done. Don't forget to support the brands that support Woolly TV. Star Surf and Skate, massive range of boards. They will pick it off the shelf, wrap it up, get it in a box and get it shipped out the very next business day straight out to you. This one's in the Volcanic construction and it's one of the smaller ones. It's a 6'8" by 20 and 5/16, 2 and 7/8 thick, coming in at 39.4. But what I noticed straight away, the rails are super pinched. So even though it's almost 3 inches thick, it doesn't feel like it. The rails feel thinner than my normal shortboards and it's quite refined through the whole board. It hasn't got a super wide nose, just a really mild sort of pointy mid, and it's got a pulled in tail with the 5 fin boxes on it, so we can have a good crack at maybe a variety of fins, maybe just a thruster. We'll have to wait and see. On the Slater Boss Up. Pretty good waves for it, sort of big, windy. It was great to paddle out. I was feeling lazy, so it helped a lot there. But this one's a 6'8", 39.4 litres, which it's not actually that much higher volume than my normal shortboards really. So what it does is create a longer rail line and it's quite thin in the rail. So easy to turn. I was surprised that you know, some of the good ones were like head high and it just felt really nice off the bottom. You just lay so hard into it, but then it still turns off the top super fast. I actually got up to 31 kilometers an hour on my watch, which is kind of quick. Like you don't hit that all that often, don't hit over 30 all that often when I'm using the watch. So board felt good. First surf done. Now I just need to, hopefully tomorrow, see what tomorrow brings. Might get a second surf on it. Yoo. So second surf on the Volcanic Boss Up. Same fin setup as yesterday, just had the mediums in it, which feels good. I don't think I need to play with the fins. It does everything they're supposed to do. Like, I was having a hard time out there with a bunch of longboarders, so I was sort of in the mix with them, and yeah, I couldn't keep up with some of the guys on the 9.6s and stuff like that, but I could sit where I wouldn't be able to sit on a shortboard and could catch them, and it feels really nice. Once you get on a wave like this big, it actually draws really beautiful lines. So stay tuned, more to come. So I think the Volcanic construction is going to suit the type of board it is. They're a lot stronger. They're probably the strongest out of the Firewire range, and they've also got that really different look about it with the basalt that they make it with. It's already been ridden. It's a demo from Firewire they're loaning me, and it's in pretty good nick already. Like, I know the guys have been riding it a bit, and there's no deck dents in it, or very mild, which is a good thing. And it also has, the bottom contours are pretty cool in it. It's got like almost like a V up the front running into this super sort of deep V double concave, and then flattens out through the tail. It's quite subtle through the tail. Surf like Jack Robbo on a mid. If Jack Robbo was on a mid, that's what he'd surf like. Put some Jack Robbo tech flexes in it, so we'll give it a bit more hold. Let's go. So we're going to do a review on how I can swim underwater and throw my board.
Dan!
Whose idea
You
was
have
that?
time for Q&A.
2025. First thing to remember for the rest of the year, never ever listen to the filmer. Did like a 7.6 or an 8-footer out there. Missed the left, there's one left. I definitely had a big wobble in it, and I pulled back on that one, so I'll have to
One
cop
of
that.
many.
So the good thing is my leg rope didn't break, because I really didn't want to swim in from there. That wasn't fun. It's about 4 times bigger than it looks. It's shifty, there's that much water moving, there's no one out there. Couldn't even figure out where to sit, I had no idea, it wasn't in the normal spot, it was breaking over in the channel. Anyway, we'll just ice that and get back on, but the one wave I got, it felt good.
I'm here on Triple J. Thanks so much for tuning in. Happy New Year's Day.
Gonna try and redeem myself. Oh. I'm putting some mediums in. I over-finned it. You don't need big fins with this tail shape. Putting mediums back in. I had a go with mediums the other day and it went good. Welcome back to another episode of Woolly TV. Today we're in the wilderness. It's New Year's Day, there's humans everywhere. We're trying to find a spot that doesn't have 750 people in it. And for my first challenge, I'm going to try and get my board out of the car after I have to park basically in a jungle. What about barefoot hiking 3 kilometres? Your journey starts now. board was fun. Like, I was picking them up on the whitewash, sort of like the little chip-in roll-ins out the back. You can get in it so early. And then I just had to remind myself to get back on the tail, because often on mids I'll try and turn from just the middle of the board because I'm just used to that stance. But as soon as I got back on the tail, it was like, Sah! And just turning like a short board. And I really like the longer rail line, because you can kind of load your bottom turns out and just draw these beautiful turns. The board's not going to do anything silly, and I actually really like that style of surfing, even though I don't do it very often because I'm always on short boards, but that was really enjoyable. So the board so far is going really good. Thank you. I was doing a turn and then these dolphins are like doing cutbacks under me. Then they're launching out a lip. It was like, what a magic day for 2025. Started off terrible, ended up amazing. I'm gonna get it right on the Slater, boss up. It looks pretty fun. I'm gonna sit down the end bowl with my daughter.
And I'm gonna die.
Slater Designs boss up today. I went right because I hadn't had many rights on it, and I can tell you I finally got like back on the tail, and there was a couple I was doing like open face turns, and then I thought, oh, I'll just try and get it in the lip, and there got a couple that actually bowled up and the board went straight into the lip. I'm thinking, how the hell did I just get this 6'8" into the pocket, fitting that curve and pivoting out of it? So it really did show me that you could use it to surf like a short board as long as you can get back on the tail and get it right. But I'm just not really a mid guy, so I have to learn. Every time I jump on one of these, I got to learn where to stand, and it takes me a few surfs because I'm not riding them all the time. But this one has been a lot of fun and I enjoyed it. I don't really have any negatives on it. A couple of times I was too far up on the board on the back foot and I went through a turn and sort of caught, but that wasn't the rail or the board shape. It was actually because my weight was in the wrong spot. So you might notice that on a couple. But other than that, when I was right back on the tail, I was getting pivoting into the pocket. So no negatives from me. This would be the size that I'd probably ride if I was going to buy one off the shelf, but it all depends what you want to do. A lot of guys want just that extra volume because this is a 6'8", it's only 39.4. It's not a big high volume board. It is a performance mid. So if you want to ride a longer board with a little extra foam, catch waves super easy, but still turn it because the rail shape and the way the board design is, then the S-Boss could be the board for you. Scale it up, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. 2025 is going to be a big dolphin year. Ew. Full of potassium. Good for you. That's an old Coke ad. Hey, hang on. This is my 2024 body. You wait until you see my 2025 one.
Ian, before you run away, the viewers want to know what hovercraft you're on.
I've only had 2 surfs. One was just duck diving. No nutitis, I think they call it. Always listen to your filmer, he knows what's up. Yeah. He's not the one copping the 10-footers on the head.
West side.